Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the TranzAlpine Railway on the southern island of New Zealand. It's a scenic railway that goes from Christchurch up to Greymouth in a northwesterly direction. It goes both directions, obviously. You could buy a round trip ticket, but the one-way ticket, which is what you're probably going to buy, will cost you about $140 US as of today, the making of this video. And the trip, one way, will take about 5 hours, depending on delays or no delays. This scenic railway is rated one of the top 10 most beautiful railways by National Geographic, which is one of the reasons we wanted to take it. And now that we've taken it, we can tell you how to get the most out of your experience if you decide to go on this trip. First, when you book your ticket, you can't book specific seats, but you can put in requests. There's a little box. Do you have any special requests? And you do have special requests because you've watched this video on YouTube. What you know is that you want to request a seat on the right side of the train if you're going from Christchurch to Greymouth. If you're going from Greymouth to Christchurch, you figure out which side of the train you should book on. Anyway, you put that request in there. Also request to sit next to one of the open air viewing cars on the train. These are just basically an open platform where the sides are open air and you can look out on both sides, get amazing photos, feel the wind. You want to be seated on one of the cars adjacent to this because they fill up and then people empty out depending on the scenery, depending on what's going on, depending on is the bar closing. And if you're 2 or 3 cabins back, you can't see that car and tell that it's completely full of people and there's nowhere to stand, nor can you tell, oh, it's empty, I want to go up there now and get a photo with just me on this car with these amazing mountains. So that's what we recommend. And last but not least, don't feel obligated to book a round trip ticket. Maybe you're continuing your travel onward, or maybe you just want to get the scenery like us. However, when you get to Greymouth or Christchurch, there's lots of different services that you can hire: vans, large buses to get you back to your originating destinations. You don't have to spend all that money to see the same scenery, just in reverse. So it's an amazing railway. We loved it, and we would say yes, if you come to the South Island, New Zealand, and you like classic, charming things like scenic railways, this is something you should do.
We are taking the TranzAlpine train from the east coast of New Zealand to the west coast of New Zealand. It's supposed to be really pretty. We're in carriage H, which is next to a viewing cart, which I specifically asked for so that we can get some really nice photos and video. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. As always, I'm really excited.
I had the world to give you, baby. I don't even have the time.
So the train has a PA system built in, and they provide you with these free little headphones, and you plug them into your seat, and they can speak to you in English or Mandarin, or I guess a few other languages. Now there's just going to be a green light that'll come on the monitors and let you know they're talking about stuff in case you want to listen in. Just basically giving you history, details about anything you're passing, what you can see to the left and the right. So the open air viewing car can get really, really crowded. Also can get really, really cold and chilly. Make sure you have a jacket, and you kind of just need to stand there and wait for people to move out of the way, and then you take their spot, then you hang out for however long and look at all the pretty.
They might have like some of the communication errors. The communication errors, so I can only use cash, so I need to use your cash.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for the cash.
All-day breakfast, a hot egg and ham wrap for about 10 New Zealand dollars, which is not that bad. And then some other wraps, like a Caesar wrap for $10 as well. Most importantly, they have ice cream, which is like $4, chocolate, and of course drinks. You've got your wine, you've got your beer. So a beer is like $9 New Zealand, a wine also $9 New Zealand for a glass. they do close the dining car temporarily at Arthur's Pass, which is why we're here now, because we don't want to go without our drinks. Considering we're thrifty travelers, we only bought one thing from the dining car because you can't bring this on the train. You're not allowed to. We didn't buy any food because Maggie made us some delicious peanut butter and jellies, and we're gonna partake in our PB&J right now with our drinks. And charcuterie. When you travel the world for over a year continuously, you have to find ways to save money. We're not going to sacrifice things like this, but we don't need, you know, a lasagna for lunch. We can have PB&J. Look at this spread. You can't buy food this good from the dining car. Not like this. This is awesome. We got peanut butter jelly, brie,
Basil pesto.
basil pesto, some roasted and salted
Macadamia nuts.
macadamia nuts, rice crackers,
Salami.
salami, Chardonnay.
Cheers.
So we're at the start of Arthur's Pass, or just a little bit past the start of Arthur's Pass, which is, well, it's a pass through the Southern Alps. In the mid 1800s, they made this. They were trying to connect like the gold mining to Christchurch. Anyway, all these trees are really old, like over 400 years old, because they're not good for timber, so they've not logged them. So some people are getting on, some people are getting off. That is quite the selfie stick. Show them that selfie stick. It's a really nice train ride so far. I just like train rides, something classy and charming about them. Even if you bring peanut butter jelly, it's still classy.
Because we got a charcuterie board too.
We had a charcuterie, not a board, we had charcuteries. Lack of a board. Well, the train's leaving in 5 minutes, so we should get back on. So this is the Greymouth train station. We were real nervous because we had a 5-minute connection from our train arriving and then the shuttle that we booked back to Christchurch. Just a 5-minute connection. We called them ahead of time and they said, no, it shouldn't be a problem. We know how trains run, so if the train's late, then we'll just wait for you. We got here, we asked around because we didn't see our little van, and they said, oh yeah, no, your van left like 15 minutes ago. Thanks for watching the video. If you're wondering, we did actually link up with our private van transfer service that we recommended in the beginning of this video. They just kind of sort of forgot that we were at the train station, so maybe, I don't know if I'd say book with them. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but just, you know, make sure you book a thing and make sure that they know to get you and make sure the driver doesn't forget. I don't know how you'd make sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, New Zealand's beautiful. We're still here for a little bit. We're heading to the North Island tomorrow, but I don't know when this video is going to be posted, so just know that we're in New Zealand for a while. It's gorgeous. We're going to go hang out, meet up with another friend. But after that, really exciting, we're going to head through the South Pacific Islands. We're going to island hop to like Fiji and Tonga and Tahiti and just all these beautiful places, and I'm really excited about that. The only thing I'm not excited about is it's probably going to be hot, because it's just gonna be hot. So I'm gonna be sweaty and slightly grumpy again, but that's okay. Thanks for watching. We're having a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, that's okay. Thanks for watching if you made it this far anyway. And yeah, we're like completely amateur YouTubers, but this is fun. We're having fun. Maggie, show them the light setup. Look at this. See how fancy this is? I got a light, boom, got a light. Got this diffuser right here. It's also a reflector. Where's my thingy? Yeah, so this is fun because it bounces light, it diffuses light, and it could be like a Frisbee. Okay, bye.
wish I had the world to give you.